Hello everybody, and welcome once again to Sack Time. This is on Independence Day, the 4th of July, and to celebrate this we're going to fly an airplane in Pilotwings, which just came out today. So, already downloaded it, but I haven't had a chance to pop it in yet, virtually pop it in. Let's go ahead and get started and see what it's like to live the fantasy life of a pilot, because that's what this game is. It's a fantasy simulation for pilots. Anyway, this is actually one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. I used to play this a ton when I was younger, and when I first got my Super Nintendo, I played this thing to death. So let's see if I am still any good at it. Hopefully, I'll give you a quick little tour of the whole thing. You can continue by putting in a password, which is a pilot's license you get after every section you beat, and a section consists of a couple challenges, which I'll show you. I'm going to go ahead and start. Join the flight club now. Did you ever dream of flying? Many have, but very few actually do it. That's why this game steps in to take hold of a vital role in your life, which allows you to fly without risking yourself. So, Tony is the first instructor for Area 1. Our lessons will cover a few basics, landing an airplane and skydiving for accuracy. Okay, we can do both of those things. Shirley is the next instructor, and I had a crush on her because she has wild hair. Anyway, target and runway. Let's go ahead and score 120, meaning between two obstacles, we have to score at least 60 in each. That's generally pretty easy, so we'll go ahead and start with the light plane. I have to press the start button and not the A button. And we're using the Pro controller today just because I want to see how this feels. And so far it feels very good. So, you can check the scoring criteria down here at the bottom. Accuracy, time, angle, and beam. I'm trying to remember the nuances. Beam means the little things you have to hit in the air. Time is how fast you can do it. Angle, I guess, is the angle at which you land on the runway. And accuracy, I guess, just means you land on the runway in the right spot. I'm not entirely sure, so let's go ahead and find out. Oh, it gives us secret maneuvers, telling us how to nose down or nose up. This is why inverted controls make sense, everybody. Speed up and speed down, left and right. Okay. So let's go ahead and hold the A button here a little bit so we can speed up into these beams. I guess they're balls, but maybe it's one big long beam. So let's see if we can do this. And this one's not too bad because we don't really have to actually adjust our angle as we're going down. Well, we have to adjust the up and down angle, but not left and right. So we're gonna go pretty straightforward onto this thing. All right, let's see. We're approaching. We're gonna start slowing down. We'll see how that goes. Alright. 35 seconds, 36 seconds. This is good. This is a new record for me. No, probably not. Landing okay. Tony, are you impressed? Done. Blew his mind. What a knockout. That's what he says when he sees Shirley, who we'll see in just a moment. Okay, so looks like we're good to go. 20 points to qualify. We're almost certified. Now I'm not going to, you can retry it, I think it uses up a virtual life if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember, but we're not going to do it. So you're going to have to experiment on your own, forge the path for yourself. Skydiving is a lot of fun because, I mean the whole game uses mode 7, you know, which is basically just taking a flat image and putting it onto a field that manipulates round and round, and it looks like it's an actual plane that you get to experience, when in fact you're just basically a sprite that is moving around this manipulated plane. So, skydiving, we've got maneuvers and scoring, but you know what, let's just go ahead and do this. And I always thought this is really, really cool because you get raised to 10,000 feet, I think, before they drop you off. And you just get to dive all the way down and land in that little field, the glowing field. There is a platform that's moving back and forth, you can see down there, that you can land on. However, oh, only 38,000 feet, 3,800 feet. 38,000 would be really hellacious. And you tilt back and forth, adjusting the angle of how you fall, this way, or you can do it falling backwards, either direction. I'm not going to go into the details, but we'll press A to open our parachute, and we're going to land by flaring rapidly into the ground, into a 70, and see what we get. Great landing. Okay, So we should be good. What a knockout. Okay. There it is. What a knockout. Me and Tony go back a long way. They refer to, I believe in Smash Brothers, you get a sticker, because you can get stickers in that game. You get a sticker of Al, the 4th instructor, who's like a big Hispanic dude with a little mustache and glasses, but they just refer to him as instructor, and it always made me kind of sad to not pay proper respects to his name and just call him by his job title. So, okay, we're certified, and this is our password. Password screen, you enter in those 6 digits, and boom, it bumps you up to area 2, and you get to see my crush Shirley, and she has a small mouth, and sort of watery looking eyes. I think she's actually, it's been a while since we've talked, so she's kind of happy to see me. So we're gonna go ahead and honor her wishes and use the rocket belt. And of course, as a kid, this is every boy's fantasy, is to be able to fly around freely. If you press the A button, you have your turbo rocket. If you press the B button, you have your orange rocket. Slow, more controlled. You get to fly through these rings. Ooh, these are fun. These look like eggs, and you get to bounce on them. I'm not really sure what they're supposed to do, but bing. You can. Whoops! I pressed the wrong R button, which bumps us into the console controller menu. Okay. All right. So for this, for higher accuracy, you can go into a completely bird's eye view, bing, and bounce on these eggs. And I used to just make challenges of making checkerboards or drawing small pictures or doing all of those as a bored young man. And now we have to seek out the other hoops to fly through. And so Pilotwings is a series of just small challenges with little goals like this that they're kind of silly, but they're a lot of fun. You can go too far to bounce, so be careful. We'll fly over. Oh, this doesn't have the. There's a feature in Pilotwings 64 where you hold the R button and you'll just sort of hover in place, but it uses up your fuel extremely fast. And you know what? Let's go ahead and see if we can land on here and do the penguin bonus minigame, because that's always a ton of fun. So let's see. Excellent music. Good love-making music. No, that sounds weird, but great landing. Okay. Now I get to do one of my favorite mini games, which is maybe this is the Birdman. Okay, never mind. It's not my favorite mini game. Actually, was not terribly into this one, but it's okay. And we want to try to bounce onto P, holding the down button desperately. I think it's gonna overshoot us. No, we're good. Okay. Go over here, get some bonus points. Get some bonus points. More bonus points. Oh, missed it. Okay, well. Hit the trampoline. Let's see how far we can go. Can we make it? Can we make it? I don't even know if tapping the A button does anything or if I have enough momentum to go that far. No, I don't think so. Should we try? Let's try. Oh. Oh. Oh, America, what a grand country you are. If it weren't for today, I wouldn't have made that. So Shirley's impressed. Normally her eyes like totally flip out. And she gets all like super gaga. So let's go ahead and we'll try and see if we can impress her once more before we leave you. You know what? No, I'll just finish up these next 2 assignments. You get to see half the game effectively. No, I suppose once you beat, I won't. Well, spoilers. This game is 20 years old. If you make it to the very end, you do a flying mission in a helicopter, and when you beat the helicopter mission, you get to play the courses again under like a much more difficult pretense, which is there's snowy conditions or anything that you're trying to land on is significantly smaller. Let's see if we can do this. Nope, it's not a regular landing. It'll have to do. I don't think I'm going to impress her very much. She'll be satisfied. Oh, no, she's pretty into it. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Try the last one. And I want to thank you guys for joining me on this delicious sack time. And I say delicious. Oh, I passed. Never mind. Okay. Well, I wanted to do all the events, but I suppose we have to deal with disgusting Lance, who I think is Shirley's father. And he always looked like he was slightly sunburned to me, or that he has very leathery skin, and maybe just because he has blonde eyebrows. But I can't deal with him. Anyway, that, in a nutshell, is Pilotwings for the Super Nintendo. There's not really much else to say about it other than it's, you know, a fun, easy to play game that doesn't require a whole lot of time, and you can beat it very easily within an hour or two. So you know, upgraded from $1.50 for the Wii Virtual Console, which means that if you're doing it that way, you already have the game and you know you like it. Or you know, for $8, it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's something simple and fun to get into, and it very much shows off the early charm of Super Nintendo games. So it's something I'd recommend, you know, getting into if you just sort of want to see where humble beginnings were for this system. Go ahead and, you know, well, hopefully Nintendo will release Pilotwings 64, which had a lot more to do, and maybe it wasn't as charming, but it was still a really good game, indicative of the time. And I'd love to see something like that running in a higher resolution, not quite as muddy, but it's got great mini games, got a lot of fun stuff to do, and you know, I even love the 3DS Pilotwings, despite the fact that it's also fairly limited. It's a fun, simple series that has always sort of been enjoyable in terms of giving you freedom of flight, and a very limited freedom of flight, but it's still some sort of freedom, and today is America Freedom Day, so everybody enjoy your time with Pilotwings, should you go and decide to download it. And if not, enjoy my time watching this video over and over and watching me impress men and women alike. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of Sack Time.